Hi guys, Ghost Peppa here. So for the next deck on our lineup, we're going to look at Red Eye's P.U.N.K zombies. Also, before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because that really helps me to know what you guys are looking for in the channel. Thanks. So as you know, I was using our lovely Chaos Ruler friend in the deck, but now that it's banned, we have to shift things up a tad. Now, granted, I was thinking about this since the release of Master Duel, not expecting Chaos Ruler to stick around as long as it did, but let's talk about the subtle changes that it made happen to the deck. So first, we have Glow Up Bloom at 1, 2 Max C, 1 Mad Mauler, 1 Ghost Sleeper, the Underworld Princess, 1 Unizombie, 2 Ash Blossom, 1 Psychic Tracker, 3 No P.U.N.K Zaamen, 2 Mizuki, 3 Ghost Wyvern, 1 Necro Banshee, 1 No P.U.N.K Deer Note, 1 Changshi, 1 Red Eye Zombie Dragon, 1 Destrudo, 1 Doom King Balerdroch, 3 Foxy Tunes, 1 Algul Mazira, and then for the spells we have Foolish Burial, 2 Ghost Fusion, 2 Ready Fusion, 2 Zombie World, 2 Emergency Teleport, 2 Called by the Grave, and 2 Imperm. And then in the extra deck, we have 1 Alvain, 1 Zombie Warrior, 1 Sea Monster of Theseus, 1 Garura, 1 Immortal Dragon, 1 Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon, 1 Skeletal Dragon Felgrind, 1 P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive, 1 Baronne de Fleur, 1 Red Eye Zombie Dragon, 1 Psychic End Punisher, 1 Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, 1 The Zombie Vampire, 1 Vampire Sucker, and 1 Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. So, the biggest change is the drop in from our Chaos Ruler into its replacement, which is P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive. This is completely fine, and we can still extend really well off this card. The only thing you have to pay attention to is you need to activate, or rather, you need to go into this card before you activate Zombie World, because it is specific in requiring a Psychic Tuner. This requirement means that you have to go into it before going into Zombie World. Now, other than that, it's about the same, except for it has a bonus effect. You can pay 600 life points, take a level 3 Psychic monster from your deck, and either add it to your hand or send it to your graveyard. So, as you guys have known from before, I ran Psychic Tracker just as like a subtle extender I can make off of Emergency Teleport. This just gives another access point for Psychic Tracker off of P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive. You can also, of course, search out another Zaamen depending on what you need, but this change, I had already been playing with this variant in TCG, but it flows really well, and you'll notice that this doesn't really hurt the deck that much. One other subtle change is instead of running Chaos Angel, which I was running before, I'm now running Psychic End Punisher, which in P.U.N.K it's very easy to go into odd-numbered synchros, and so this just was more consistent and a good target for breaking some of these crazy boards. So anyways, let's take a look at the gameplay. Okay, we're going first, and this is actually a really good starting hand, but first case scenario, I need to A, get Ghost Wyvern's effect off, and then B, I also preferably would like to get No P.U.N.K Zaamen's effect. So in hand, I have No P.U.N.K Foxy Tune, which is I can tribute a P.U.N.K monster, special summon this card from my hand, or I can send this card from my hand or field to the grave, send a card from my hand to the grave, and then special summon a P.U.N.K from my deck except a level 8 monster. So in this situation here, going first, I'm going to go ahead and activate No P.U.N.K, and I'm going to activate its effect, sending Changshi to the grave. And then I'm going to special summon Zaamen. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Ghost Wyvern, activate Ghost Wyvern effect. These engines work well together because they only work well if you have less life points than your opponent. So that's something you need to play with. But first we'll go ahead and activate Zaman. We already had Foxy Tune, so we're gonna pull that Deer Note to hand. So Deer Note has an alternate summon method, which is I can reveal a P.U.N.K, special summon the revealed monster, or this card, and send the other to the grave. So I'm gonna activate Deer Note's effect, show, and I'm going to special summon Deer Note, discarding the Zaman that I drew. Zaman has an effect that if it goes to grave, I can target a P.U.N.K, boost its attack. Doesn't matter, we're just gonna sit on that for right now. I'm also gonna go ahead and Foolish Burial. And I'm going to send Necro Banshee so it's ready for the follow-up. Alright? First, I'm gonna go ahead and go into P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive. Because I have to do this before I make things a zombie. So we're gonna go ahead and activate P.U.N.K Jam, Part 1. Deer Note, number 2. And we're gonna target Foxy Tune. And then Zaman, once again, I can boost it, it doesn't really matter, but I'm not going to be summoning any more P.U.N.K, so why not, sure. Just in case we get stopped. And also we can chain block. So we'll do all of this. Okay, and I'll add that Psychic Tracker to my hand. Now, alternatively, you saw I summoned Foxy Tune. I could have summoned Zaman, and then special summon Psychic Tracker since it sees a level 3 on the field. And at that point, I could easily get into my Immortal Dragon for another Foolish Burial. I didn't do that in this case because I hard drew Foolish Burial, but if you ever get stuck, that is an option you can go into, and you should prioritize that over this option. Anyways, in this situation, I'm going to go ahead and go into Zombie Vampire. Now, here we have Ghost Fusion, so I need to go ahead and activate Ghost Fusion. And I'm going to special summon Garura using Ghost Wyvern from my field and one card from my deck. Now, Ghost Fusion specifies banish a zombie monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard as material. So, I already had Changshi by chance. If you don't have Changshi and it's in deck, you banish Changshi. But since it's in grave, I'm going to banish it. We'll bring out Garura. So Changshi, when it is banished, it has an effect. I can banish a zombie monster in my grave and special summon this. We will banish Ghost Wyvern, which has an effect that if it was banished, I can take a level 2 or lower zombie tuner and add it to my hand or send it to the grave. So there are lots of zombie tuners that need to go to grave for this deck, so this gives me an easy access at the end of the turn. So we'll activate that. At this point, it is good to be all zombies, so we will go ahead and activate Necroworld. And also, as we're going to start triggering mills in a second, we don't want to accidentally mill our field spell. Alright, so we will summon Changshi. Activate Changshi's effect. Now I need to set up for follow-up. So for follow-up, I have a few options. So one, I can go ahead and bring Mad Baller out, start climbing that direction. Or I can send Algul Mazera. Or I can get Mizuki to start extending. So in this situation, first off, I want to have Mazera in grave. So I'm going to send Mazera for my future protection. Then I'm going to go ahead and go into Beatrice. Beatrice is a Foolish Burial, but we're going to go ahead and see what we mill and summon off Zombie Vampire. So we'll detach P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive. Okay. When I do this off of Zombie Vampire, it lets me special summon a card to the field. I'm going to summon my Zaman. Now he has Dawn Knight, so if it's in the grave, he can send a light monster from deck to grave. I'm not going to worry about that too much in this situation. Alright. Now Snow is a bit of a trickier situation. It will come out, and when it enters the field, it will start flipping things face down, which is problematic. But it's not going to be too big of a problem in this deck, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Beatrice. Detaching Garura, so this will give me a draw 1. Also, since Changshi is material, normally after you banish a card to special summon it, it goes on the bottom of the deck. but because it's material, it no longer, that effect does not apply anymore. So we're gonna send Garura. Okay, and then we're going to send to the grave Mizuki. Activate Garura. Okay. And in this situation, we have Mizuki now in grave. So as you see, now I have Zaaman, so I can special summon Psychic Tracker. In grave, Mizuki can get us access to other fun cards on the field. So I can go into, say, Psychic and Punisher if I wanted to. I could pull out a level 5 paired with that 3 to make a level 8 Synchro, which we have quite a few in this deck. Alternatively, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get an additional Foolish Burial by going into Immortal Dragon. Also, Immortal Dragon will come back as needed if Zombie Monster is destroyed by battle. So we'll go ahead and activate Immortal. And then I can send to grave our Mad Mauler. Alright, now we have a level 4 tuner. Alright, at this point, I need to get a level 10 Synchro on the field, so I need to summon a level 6. So I'm going to use Mizuki. I'm going to bring back my Garura. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and get into some protection. So we'll get Baronne onto the field. Now, Mad Mauler can still come out, so we're going to go ahead and activate Mad Mauler's effect, targeting Baronne. Okay, and we can go ahead and get rid of their Fairy Tale Snow, so you know, might as well, just so that they have to banish cards to get rid of it again. Now, Red Eye's Zombie Dragon Lord is a fun tech with this, and I'm going to show you. No one usually ever sees this coming, so I'm going to go ahead and Synchro Summon using Mad Mauler and Baronne into Zombie Dragon Lord. And I'm going to set my emergency teleport, and because I want to start getting some draw power in, I'm going to link these two away into Vampire Sucker. Vampire Sucker can summon a card from their graveyard to the field and then draw a card, but that's a little overkill. I don't need that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the end step. Always keep it on with this deck because there are a lot of end step triggers. So Ghost Wyvern is the first. So I'm going to use Ghost Wyvern to send Gloat Bloom to grave. So do you want to add it to the hand? No. So when Gloat Bloom hits the grave, it will trigger banishing itself to instantly special summon to the field Balerdroch. So we will special summon Balerdroch to the field. Okay, pass this to their turn. Okay, during their draw step, I will activate Red Eye's Zombie Dragon Lord to special summon the zombie Baronne, because zombie world means everything on the field and grave becomes a zombie. So now we have recursion and I have an Omni Negate. And because a zombie was revived, I'll draw a card off Vampire Suckler. We draw our second copy of Zombie World, so we have it. No need to tag Baronne out, it's active Omni Negate. Okay. This board is already oppressive enough as is. Okay. Now here we have Mad Mauler. We can get into another card, or I can start cycling other things out. So first, I'm going to go ahead and activate Baronne effect to pop the face down. Because a zombie activated its effect, I can use Doom King's effect to banish a card on the field or grave. You can use this offensively, and of course I could negate, but we don't want to do that. I can use it offensively to banish their face down, or in this situation I can use it to extend by banishing Changshi, because remember I said it would go back to grave, to special summon itself back. And then I can just banish a random card from my grave. Max C is fine, doesn't matter. He has effect engrave, so I can use P.U.N.K Balerdroch to just negate that effect. Alright, we'll use Changshi's effect. We'll go ahead and send to grave Red Eye's zombie dragon. Alright. Now, in this situation, we're going to go ahead and go into Appaloosa. And looking at what's in grave and what we need, we are going to send Wyvern, Sucker as 2 materials, and we're going to send P.U.N.K, which has already used both effects. This will give us even more monster negate capability. And then in grave, I of course still have Mad Mauler, so I can target one of my other cards that it doesn't matter what their level is. Bring out Mad Mauler, go into Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. Felgrand on entry has another effect to banish a card from grave, so I can go ahead and get rid of that problematic Fairy Tale Snow. And you can keep extending, but this direction right here is definitely the most suppressive of their effects. We'll go ahead and go into battle and use our copious amount of damage to finish the game. Okay, so here we're going second. When you're going second, you always want to use that maxi during the draw step, toggled on to dodge triple tactics. Let's see what they're getting into. We have dangers. Each player draws and discards a card. So in this situation, I have a difficult decision to make. I need a lot of these cards. So Called By is our best bet because I can't interact with them on their turn with Called By. So we'll send Called By. Monster Reborn. So I will draw 1 card off this. I got another Called By, how ironic. Okay. There are no instant effects, so we'll go ahead and use our emergency teleport. We will special summon Zaaman. Activate Zaaman's effect. Add Foxy Tune from deck to hand. We will normal summon Ghost Wyvern. Activate Ghost Wyvern's effect. Grab Ghost Fusion. We can go ahead and prep for the Ghost Fusion line, so we'll go Ghost Fusion into Garura, banish Changshi and Ghost Wyvern. Well, send Ghost Wyvern. Alright, Garura. Activate Changshi's effect. Banishing Ghost Wyvern. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get our Banshee to the grave. And we'll go Beatrice. Activate Beatrice's effect, sending Garura, which will let us Foolish another card. So here, I want to do as much damage as possible, and I want to clear some things out on the board. So first, I'm going to go ahead and send Destrudo. And then I'm going to draw a card off of Garura. We drew Balerdroch. We don't want this in hand, but that's okay. We can play around this. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Foxy Tune's effect, and I can send this and send 1 card from my hand, special summon a P.U.N.K from the deck. So I'm going to do that. I will send Balerdroch, which I don't want to see in hand, to special summon Deer Note. We will now Synchro Summon to jam Dragon Drive. Okay. Chainlink 1, jam. Chainlink 2, Deer Note, targeting Foxy Tune. And then Chainlink 3, Zaaman, just in case I need it. get that tracker to hand. Okay. Now, at this point here, we're going to go ahead and go into Zombie Vampire. And we're going to go ahead and activate Necro Banshee, just like before we random mill to make sure we get that field spell. Now we'll activate Zombie Vampire, setting Dragon Jam Drive. Mill, and we got quite the set of mills this turn. So, we have quite a few options. So one, we have Mad Mauler that we can special summon easily. We have Ghost Wyvern, but we don't really need that. And we have Glow Up Bloom. So Glow Up is a tuner that when it's sent to grave, I can banish to special summon another zombie from the deck. So I'm gonna let that go off, and I'm actually gonna bring out Ghost Wyvern here because I want these two in grave. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Activate Glow Up Bloom. And I'm gonna use Glow Up Bloom to bring out Red Eye's Zombie Dragon. Okay. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and use Mad Mauler on Zombie Dragon. And then I'm going to go ahead and Synchro Summon into Red Eye's Zombie Necro Dragon. Zombie Necro is our huge beat stick that gains 100 in attack defense for each zombie on the field and in grave. This includes theirs and ours. So here, we're gonna go ahead and extend some more. So we're gonna bring out our Destrudo. And I can go into Zombie Dragon Lord, or I can go ahead and go into Vampire Sucker, which is what I'm going to do in this situation. So we're going to link these two away. Okay. We have Called By. We also have Sucker's Effect, so I can bring a card out on the field on their side if I so chose to draw a card. But Red Eye's Zombie Necro has a special ability is when another zombie is destroyed by battle, I can special summon a zombie from either grave to my side of the field. So we're gonna showcase how this works right now. I'm gonna go ahead and enter battle. I will attack with Red Eye's Zombie Necro. Zombie was destroyed. Activate Zombie Necro's effect. We'll special summon Red Eye's Zombie Dragon. Draw a card. Attack with Red Eye's Zombie Dragon. If it destroys a zombie, then I can trigger its effect to special summon the zombie I just destroyed. Once again, continuing to increase the damage. Then we continue on, hit, and finish it up. Now keep in mind, if I was worried at any point, I could have just gone Appaloosa with those three. Okay. We're going second here again. Definitely Shotgun Maxi. We drew both of them in the starting hand. Really hoping they're going to special summon. That way, they can at least let us replace Maxi. Of course they do not. So we're going to be dealing with the limited hand, which is fine. So we will activate Zaaman. Bring that Foxy Tune to hand. We'll activate Foxy Tune. We will send Ghost Sleeper to special summon Deer Note. Ghost Sleeper has a second effect, which is if it's sent to the grave, I can add a Ghost Fusion from deck to hand, so we'll do so. Alright, activate effect. Chain Dragon Drive, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3, bring that Psychic Tracker to our hand. Okay, now at this point it does not matter. We can go ahead and zombie world. So they are activating a trap to take 2 field spells and set one on my side and one on their side. This actually is not good for me because one, this gets rid of one of our copies of Zombie World, which means now I'm gonna have to play around it. Also, I have to deal with their field spells that are on the field. So let's go ahead and work on extending. Send. We'll special summon a card to the field. We're gonna be locked into zombies either way, but I'm gonna go ahead and steal one of theirs because I can use that level. So we'll use level 8. We're going to activate Glow Up Bloom to bring a card out to our hand. I would be able to summon to the field, but since unfortunately that field spell is blocking me, I won't be able to. So I'm going to bring Changshi to my hand. And in this situation, I am pretty hard stopped here, so I'm going to have to commit to a battle. Main phase 2, I do have Ash and I have Max C, so I will follow up the next turn with that Max C immediately in their draw step again. This deck does rely on those copies of Zombie World, and it's pretty easy to get to them, but if you get one removed, that can set you back, as you see here. Okay, they did not have anything to play, so now I should be able to blow them out as punishment. So we're gonna go ahead and go into Ghost Wyvern. Just so I have that dark on the field, I'm going to activate Ghost Fusion for Garura, and I'm going to send the Changshi from my hand and Ghost Wyvern from the field. We will special summon Garura, activate Changshi, and select the card in the graveyard to banish, so we'll banish, of course, Wyvern. Changshi out. Okay, now I need to get rid of the problematic field spell they have. So we'll use Banshee's effect, banishing itself to activate my second copy of Zombie World, removing their problematic field spell. In grave, I have Ghost Sleeper, so I'll activate Ghost Sleeper's effect to recycle after I discard, so I'll discard Psychic Tracker because I don't need it. That Banshee. So this lets me get an additional use out of Banshee, once per duel, but that is why I only run 2 Zombie Worlds. So now we're going to go ahead and Zombie Vampire, detach. Alright, we will special summon a card to the field. So we're going to go ahead and special summon Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. Or sorry, Red Eyes Zombie Dragon. We're going to go into Beatrice. Activate Beatrice. Detach. We will send Mizuki. Draw a card. We drew, of course, our nice little Foxy Tune, so we're going to go ahead and activate Foxy Tune's effect. Send Banshee back to the grave. Special summoning Zaaman. Here, we still have Mizuki. So we'll use Mizuki's effect. And I will go ahead and, for this one situation, go ahead and special summon out our Foxy Tune. Now, that field spell they have is very problematic, and I don't want it to interfere with me for the rest of the duel. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Psychic and Punisher, banish the card I stole earlier, and force them to remove it. So that way I banish 2 of their cards for 1. In this situation now, I can go ahead and go into Sucker if I want to, and in Grave, I still have Foxy Tune, but I don't really need it, so I do have plenty of damage on field, so I could extend, but it's not necessary. So it's better to not extend unless absolutely necessary. So we're gonna go ahead and continue. Of course, buff out Psychic and Punisher based on the life point difference, and finish the duel. The fun thing about zombie decks is they're never usually gone forever. They constantly come back to the field, creating a nuisance for your opponents. It's definitely really fun to play around with, and it's really good at creating big, swarming, beatdown boards to get through. This variant of Red Eyes makes it really fun to play around with some fun synchro summons, so I hope you guys enjoy giving it a shot. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time.